Hi, Mike.
Oh, mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, just come in, just get dressed.
Now, I know we're doing about the Master of Wine, but you're not just going to spend the whole time doing a Jedi Master jokes, are you?
No, 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 that would be beneath us. We won't do any of that. I
No,
wasn't, I wasn't. No, no. We're better than that. We're not going to. Just because we're talking about a wine that has been made by a master of wine, and they are known as the Jedi Knights of the wine world. We're not going to put a load of naff Star Wars jokes into this chat. That would be beneath us.
I'm glad we're
It
keeping
would
it
appear,
classy.
and we're not gonna force it by putting any Star Wars jokes. And definitely not. Good
Okay.
to see you, mate. Anyway, how are you?
I'm really good, really good. I'm ready.
Excellent. You're looking well for the lockdown, if you don't mind me saying.
It's the filter. I've found out you can do a Zoom filter.
This is how I look after 3 weeks of quality family time. Just all that joy, just all
So
that
much, so
endless,
much joy.
so much joy, so much time with the kids, so much time. So we were gonna we thought we'd meet up and do something highly original because almost nobody is doing this on Zoom at the moment. We are going to be talking about this wine tonight, Petit Immortel, which is made by a friend of mine called Liam Stevenson, who, as we've adequately covered, is a master of wine. He actually was the youngest person at the time, youngest person ever to qualify as a master of wine. They're like they are at the pinnacle of the wine fraternity. They are the Jedi Knights of the wine world. And where's your bottle, mate? I thought you. Where's yours?
Here we go.
That is not the bottle you're looking for. There you go. There you go. So Liam's story is he's a good bloke. He's a lovely bloke. He comes from Devon, but other than that, good lad. His story is that he's pretty much grown up in the wine trade. His dad is long-standing, very well-known wine merchant. Liam went off, did Master of Wine, did a bunch of other interesting stuff. He rode across the Atlantic, so you get a sense for the kind of character. And he set out to make some of his own wines, but not having a vineyard or anything like that. He went out and he struck some partnerships with local winemakers, and he started doing this at a relatively young age. And I think I'm right in saying that this was one of his first projects, right down in the south of France in Roussillon, near Perpignan. And he persuaded a winemaker down there to let him have a bash at making wine and just doing it as one barrel at a time. So tiny production, little corner of the winery, and they let Liam do his own thing on the basis that if this turns out all right and I can sell this barrel, then next year you let me do two, next year you let me do three, and it's kind of grown from there. And so now we're in a position where Liam is making wine all over the world in partnership with winemakers. So he finds people of a like mind that he gets along with. They come up with a plan together, and they set out a schedule for making wines that then Liam brings and sells to us. So he makes wine now in France, in Spain. He makes wine in New Zealand, and bizarrely, he makes wine in India as well. He makes an Indian Shiraz. That's a story for another day. So we got this one today. We sell it in the shop. It's really popular, and I chose it with you in mind, Sean.
Oh, really?
Because
That's very
I
sweet.
find it. Well, no, definitely, because I miss you. So I thought of you, and I thought, I need something that remind me of Sean. I need something that is uncomplicated, simple, but dependable. Dependable and approachable.
And slightly fruity.
Yeah, fruity, an absolute fruit. Yeah. So this is it. So it's a blend of 60% Syrah, 20% Grenache, 10% Mourvèdre, and 10% Cagnan, and it's made in big concrete tanks, so it hasn't gone near any oak at all. So what that should mean, I think, see what you think of it. But I think it makes for a really nice kind of fresh, approachable, drinkable, fruity wine. And have a little taste. See what you think. That was a great swirl there, by the way. That was a great swirl.
Yeah, I haven't lost it.
You haven't? No. You're still finding the resonance for the wine there, aren't you?
That's the one.
So
I
what do you
really
think?
like that. I really like that.
So I would say in terms of character, it's neither on the light side or the dark.
Oh, nice.
I think it's really sort of packed with fruit, isn't it? You know, lots of dark blackberry fruits, but you know, really light and fresh. And I think a really good kind of entry level one. I think, you know, I've seen a lot of young people enjoying this. It's a wine for millennials.
I didn't realise you had props and everything.
I'm putting the effort in, mate. What else can I tell you about it? Well, as I said, it's £12. We're selling it through our online shop. We're doing local delivery in the Padstow area, all throughout Cornwall, actually, and also doing national mail order. So I reckon really nice, good, easygoing, approachable midweek wine. I cheated and got ahead of the game a bit. I had a bit of this earlier with some homemade pasties that we made, because everyone in Cornwall does that during lockdown, don't they?
Yeah.
Pasties were awful. Pasties were awful. I mean, they're a massive disaster.
I was going to ask what the food.
This is me about you. Cornish pasties, but nice Cornish pasties rather than ones that I've made. But I reckon it's pretty versatile. I reckon this would be good with lamb. I reckon this would be good with beef. We're having roast beef tomorrow, so if any of this is left, I'll hang on to it for that. But it kind of reflects where it's made, which I know sounds like a bit of a crappy wine merchant thing to say, but it is quite rustic, isn't it? And it's quite, it's got a bit of tannin in there. It's something that's got a little bit of bite to it. It's quite fresh. So I reckon, good with a bit of lamb, good with good honest sort of meat. Serve it with meat.
Yeah.
Barbecues, it'd be a great barbecue wine. I reckon you could put a little bit of a chill on that and serve that with a barbecue, and you would be the star of the show. I'm
going to stick it while I'm doing the barbecue, I imagine.
Fantastic. So you're not going to drink any more of that tonight, then?
No, I've got more than one bottle.
Loving your skills.
Yeah.
So, well, that's fantastic. It's been lovely to catch up with you, mate. And I have to say, we probably should have recorded our preamble chat, because I think what you told me about Alexa is probably more interesting than anything we've covered up in this video. So I think we should share it with the people who might be watching this. That apparently, if you've got Alexa in your household, you can get it to fart for you on order, which I'm really pleased my kids don't know about, because apparently you can do a whole variety of farts. So there you go.
I'm glad we're ending this talking about farts. That's brilliant.
All right, mate. Well, listen, I'm glad we didn't force in too many Star Wars jokes, because that would have been really lame. As lame as Star Trek special effects. That's how lame it would have been. But it's been great to see you. Hope you enjoy that wine tomorrow. And if anybody remotely likes what we've done here, maybe we can do it again, because we've got a whole bunch of Liam's wines actually on the website, and even some other people's as well.
I want to get through the range. Live long and prosper.